And from what you say, you'll get better.
Holy moly.
Surprise! We're back.
Oh shit!
How in the hell are you guys doing?
I haven't drank since the last show. I should be pretty much passed out. Well,
the show's going to be 5 minutes long. We'll see you later.
I've already started drinking too.
Good.
Like, this is tasty. I forgot all about this.
Well, welcome back, guys, and welcome back. Let's see who's in the room so far. Melissa, Bob, JD, welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah,
we're glad to be back. Tonight we are going to talk about what in the fuck we've been doing since we haven't had a show in so long, and then we'll kind of describe and talk a little bit about why we decided to go to the first Wednesday of every month and reduce the frequency a little bit, and then we'll open it up for an open mic night. So it's kind of a way to ease back into it. We'll see how this goes on a Wednesday evening.
Just
slide in. Ease it right in. So.
Did you have to use
an
Appalachian accent for that one? I feel attacked. Just slide it in.
Anyway, so how you guys been? What's up?
Good, Tim. You go first.
Oh, doing good. Work. Ran into somebody, which I'm kind of running through you guys, but I know I did shave. I shaved on my facial hair.
You look like a little kid.
I do. Thank you. That's what I was shooting for.
Yeah. Tim Vickered his facial hair.
I did.
He is the master of
something
Vicar.
Fun.
Hey, Tom.
Gentlemen, you're on the wrong show. Ran into something that was pretty interesting. Was people making switching over to an old house to an Airbnb. I think I'll have some fun with that. The town that it's in is Thurman, West Virginia, which is a really rich and some really cool history. It was a coal mining town, big boom town. It had one of the largest hotels in West Virginia at the time, as well as it holds the place for the longest poker game, the world record's longest poker game, which I think was 6 years or 7 years. It was described as from a New York reporter that said the only difference between Thurman and hell is Thurman has a river running through it.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's one of those places, it had the reputation. It had averaged one murder a day. So, but in all honesty, I don't think maybe the one murder a day was true, but it's a beautiful little town now. The actual town itself has 5 residents, but most of the town, I can't say that's probably not true. A lot of the town is still intact. It's a historical place now. And the houses that are around are being, occupied, and some are being made into Airbnbs. So one of the things that they like to do is there's a ghost tour that goes through there that helps 501c3s with raising money. So they like to take ghost groups through there, radio shows, do live broadcasts, that kind of thing, and people pay money to go. Well, one of the places that are being worked on is a house. And the owners, who are very kind, very nice, allowed them to go through the house and, for helping raise money. It was for Women's Resource Center. Mm-hmm. And they had a psychic there, and the psychic was like, oh my God, you've had so many murders in this place, and children were molested in all these rooms. So they were like, I don't think so. That's kind of a little rough. So they ended up like kind of bitching, and they were like, we don't want our Airbnb to be like the place where children were molested in every room and all kinds of murders. So they reached out to a friend of mine and got in contact with him. So I'm going to, I'm just going to have some fun, see what I can do. Got the address, going to go through the tax records and look up and see just what I can dig up if there's any history of that. So it's not so much that they have great concerns that it's actually haunted, but it sounds like good practice. I want to see what I can come up with. So I think that'll be fun with you guys to run through.
Cool.
Other than that, that's it.
All right.
Cool.
Kenny.
Cool. Yes, sir.
What up?
Not much.
Not much.
Not much.
Bullshit.
Yeah, not much.
You've been
really. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the people have been following my journey, so it's pretty much done for now. I am officially moved up to Buffalo. I am broadcasting from my office at the Center for Inquiry. So yeah, nice books. I'm not going to disconnect the camera this time, but yeah, this is.
We'll have a half hour
delay
Legos.
if
That happens.
But yeah, my office.
Cool.
So we're moved up here. We have a nice place, which is a minute walk that way. I can literally be home in a minute, which is nice, and just having fun. I mean, relaxing, enjoying what I'm doing now. Love my job. Absolutely love my job. Been here since October 10th. That was my first day. And every day has been just fun and interesting. And it's everything that I love doing. So, so far, everyone's happy. They haven't kicked me out yet, which is pretty good, especially since last 2 days. I'm putting employees in dangerous situations for science, and Nerf gun fights, and the incident with the fire extinguisher. But never, no big deal. But everything's going good. Donna's up here. We sold the house. The house is completely sold. Done. Papers are signed. Oh my God, that was such a pain in the ass, but it's done. So there you go. That's my update. And so there we go. So what about you, Dave? What have you been up to?
Well, since the last time we've probably been on, I've been in New Orleans for vacation, which was a lot of fun. That was a great time. I had a good couple days down there, just enjoying, not doing much besides walking around, drinking, eating, seeing the sights. We were down over Halloween weekend, so it was a great time. It was really fun. So Jen and her oldest son from her first marriage was down there with us, Keith, and we had a really good time. Fantastic. Saw all the sights. Did a couple of the tours to give her son, who hadn't been down there before, a flavor for what goes on down in New Orleans. But man, there was a lot of people. Holy crap. As you walk down the street on, Halloween night, or even just the weekend before, you're like, we're like, this is exactly why we don't normally come down during the busy times. But no, it was a lot of fun. So we had a good time there. And then got back. Work has been just completely crazy. That'll probably bleed into the next topic we talk about a little bit. But I spent a week over in Tokyo, Japan for work, which was a pretty amazing experience. At first I'm like, it's not on my bucket list. Never really wanted to go, but ended up having to go for work and actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm cool. Telling you, it's the cleanest freaking city in the world. But then again, coming just from New Orleans, is the French Quarter probably one of the dirtiest places, especially if you get up early in the morning. Then you go here and it was super clean, and yeah, it was just a week for work, and yeah, it was a really good trip. Enjoyed it quite a bit. Good. Haven't been completely absent from the world of the paranormal. As Tim and Kenny know, we've been actively editing the paper that we submitted for publication. So we got the reviewer comments back, and we have been working on that, and I think we're pretty close. So at some point this week, I think I'm going to wrap up the final edits and then send it over to you guys for your final look at it. And we'll get that back in. And if everything looks good, we're hoping for, I think this coming summer to have it published. So
Yeah.
that's been
That'd be cool.
I would probably say, and we could probably cover this at some point a little more in depth, but I'd have to say it's been a little more work than I thought it was going to be initially, but not quite as much as it could have been.
Right.
So, but all the whole peer review and editing process it's fun. I mean, we grumble about it and it's like, it's a lot of work and you got to do this, do that. But, it's actually really fun because I think we see how this process really works, right?
Yeah.
We talk about it. We talk about peer review. We talk about science. We talk about being more academic and taking it to the next level. And we're living through it, the three of us as a group. So once it's all settled and done, I think it'd be fun, especially when it gets published, to talk about it and then kind of talk about the process we went through in detail to get it done.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Because it kind of gets you to the point where you hear on these Facebook pages or others where people say they're doing science, and then you look at what they say they're doing and what we're going through right now. It's a wee bit different.
Yeah,
So,
I'm getting tired with all the statistics I have to do. It's miserable.
You mean all the ones you're going to say you're not going to do?
I believe his catchphrase was "not it."
Not it. No, it's been a great experience. So working on that, and then of course continuing on the project with Brandon Masulo, Shane Feek, and Dr. Donald Molnar, the Haunted MD, working on a project there, working on a book. So all that stuff we did at one location, tons of data, tons of information. We're putting that into the book, and hopefully that'll be done at some point too. That's going to be a longer project, but despite not being here, between work and that, I've been keeping pretty busy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the 2 new puppies in the house. That's always fun. And they're getting big quick, and that takes up a lot of time, and prepping for the holidays, for Christmas coming up. So, yeah, we've been busy. We kept ourselves out of trouble for the most part.
I do like that you touched on the whole peer review process and going through it, because like you said, we talk about it all the time. Like there's so many shows that we've brought it up and we've talked about it, and sometimes we go in depth about it, but and I guess really what I want to touch on is when you mention, like, you see all these other groups, these ghost hunting groups and stuff out there that say we're using science and we're doing this, and it's so bugs the shit out of me anymore. Like it's really a struggle. I think the frustration has gone up, because the more involved that we get, the more with this paper with you guys and doing more of the work, and I'm starting to get my hands into other things. So I'm not just doing paranormal stuff. I'm doing some science-based medicine stuff. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm part of my job is now investigating some of this stuff and providing information. So the more I see, the more I learn, the more familiar I get with this process. It's more frustrating when I see some I don't know how to say it without sounding like a dick, but some jackass going, "Oh, I use science when I ghost hunt. Yeah, look at my meter," and it's like, yeah, it's that face, that face, Dave. It's like, no.
We're gonna have some insight for you when that paper comes out on how to use that meter.
Yes, yeah,
and what baselines mean. Tim's favorite topic.
It's just more frustrating now. I mean, I'm still okay. I don't freak out on people, but it's more frustrating now than ever.
I think one of the things that will be good is, we're not academics. We're not.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, even my background, I'm not. I don't write papers for a living. I don't do research for a living. That's not what I do. I'm more, in my normal job, more overall management. I'll manage some of that stuff, but I don't do it. So to go through this, it's good. And I think that one of the things we'll want to talk about when we touch on that is how do you get people to be what we would call ourselves citizen scientists at this point?
Mm-hmm.
How do you step it up, and how do you do something meaningful and contribute to the field? So hopefully we'll be able to wrap some of that into it as well.
Right. Right.
And
That's a
yeah,
good topic.
so the only other thing I've been up to, which I forgot to mention, is I'm doing
Porn.
reading of stuff that boring.
Porn.
Pouring drinks.
Porn industry.
Yeah. So the other thing was reading an article that somebody I worked with before, Mike Nichols, on. His article was finally published in the magazine for the Society of Psychical Research, random number generators and ghost hunting. So they collected a whole bunch of data trying to correlate it with both subjective and objective experiences, deviations from randomness. And that actually finally ended up in this one. I do like the name of the article, and I'll show it, just give Mike some credit here. A Ghost of a Chance. So I get a nice shout out in there because I helped him with some of the statistics on that one. So
good.
That was good to see. So anyway, that's what I've been doing.
Should have called me to help with the statistic. I can't even
You
fucking
can't
say it.
say it, asshole.
I'm starting to get drunk already. It's been a month, no alcohol. This is already
That's great.
with the numbers.
Tolerance went down.
With the mixie of the numbers.
We're gonna have to get Tim's liver back into shape. Which, damn it, I forgot to wear it. I bought a hat in New Orleans. I got the one. I think I talked about it before on here one time. It says "Shut up, liver, you're fine." I probably should send that to Tim.
Nice.
So before we get into talking about why we decided to go to less shows in the middle of the week, why don't we go through and see if there's a couple questions here we can quickly get through. So from Tom, Kenny, you ever gonna set up a broadcast room at your house?
So maybe. It depends on what our plans are. Because right now we're renting, and we're not unpacking everything because we don't know if we're going to move or what we're going to do yet. So I'm not setting up anything at home for now, but I don't really need to because honestly, I mean, like I said, I have a minute walk. I'm not kidding. It's literally a minute to the back door of my house where I'm staying from my office door. So I can come over here whenever I want. And why not? I mean, I have it already set up as a studio here, so I might as well come over here. That way I don't have to worry about dogs barking. Because
you're hearing that here.
Usually at this time, there's 50-50 chance where either the building will be completely empty, which is kind of spooky. I like it. Because all the lights are off except for my office. But then there's also a lot of community events that are held here. So like right now, there's a poetry club that's outside my door, and across a little hallway is like our lecture hall. So
nice.
They're over there. There's always something going on here. And I mean, I come over for honestly the free food. They usually have snacks, and I come over to see what's going on.
You know what, Kenny? You should get a bike and then like tell people like you bike to work every day. Like be one of those people. Get like a little helmet and be like, really?
Shorts.
Yeah, I'll bike to work every day. You would not be lying.
So yeah, not for a while. I mean, if we move and it's a like half hour or so away, I'll probably set up at home, so I can drink and not worry about going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
Good. Well, we got another one for Kenny. What's on your shirt, Biddle?
Biddle.
Hey, you dropped it.
It's your brain.
All right.
I call it my Matt shirt.
Next question. Anyone read this really neat article about a demon cat that haunts the Capitol? I have a feeling that might be a shameless plug by JD.
Shameless.
So JD, I'm all for
Shameful.
shameless plugs and information. So if you want to go ahead and post that article and where people can find it, I will put it up in the comments.
I can tell you that it's available on skepticalinquirer.org. So it's on there. I did read it.
Kenny, we got to let the shameless plug people do some work here. Come on.
Well, I can give him shit because
I'm just kidding.
Somebody helped him with some research, but didn't get a thank you.
Oh, he's going to be sorry he asked for that shameless plug. But no, JD, Kenny already said where it is. So if you want to pop it in there, I'll put it up in the in the
But
chat.
it was good. It's good. It gets into it's an interesting story, like ghost kind of story in the Capitol. So
It's a good article. Good
yeah,
article.
it's decent. I like it, and the research is solid. So I definitely like it.
Cool. All right.
Even though he didn't thank me.
And this.
There you go.
Oh, here
He
we
thanked
go.
you.
Oh shit! I should say Kenny Biddle provided the newspaper articles, and I did not give him a special thanks because I suck. All is forgiven.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
You're
You're
back
good.
in. Yeah, you're in Kenny's good graces.
It's all part of my job.
All right, this one I'm gonna have a smart ass comment about this. At some point, can we get a video tour of the building, Kenny? We can, as long as it doesn't cause us to have to redo the entire fucking show.
Oh, so last Friday when I did my comeback show for Skeptical Help Hour, I tried to do a tour of my office by picking the camera up, and I picked it up, and the wires must have been too tight, and it yanked it. My camera went out, and I couldn't figure it out. It wouldn't. I don't know if it's just StreamYard thing. It just wouldn't, because it was plugged back in, but it just wouldn't come back up. So I had to restart the broadcast. But yes, to answer your question, I do have a plan of a 30-second comeback show. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I not only want to do a walkthrough kind of tour of the building, but I also want to do like little interviews with the people that work here.
Ooh,
you know,
that would be cool.
I'd really like to do something where it shows like this is what the Center for Inquiry is, the headquarters at least. Not everybody works in the office, so there's a lot of people that work remote and throughout the country. So I'm planning on. So this is like a behind the scenes kind of thing, but I'm planning on doing some interviews, like
cool.
StreamYard interviews with those people, and then just go around the building and show people, show them off. So
cool. That's good. That'll be fun. Yeah. And here's where you can find JD's article. Thanks, JD. DC, the demon cat of the Capitol. So, very cool. Good article. So definitely give that a read, people, and it's good. All right. I don't think we have any other questions. So let's move into why we decided to move to Wednesday nights, and only the first Wednesday of every month. And I'll go first because it's, I'll admit it's 100% my fault.
It's your fault, bitch.
It's my fault, yes, because I'll be honest with you. With, same company, new job starting in June, and then I don't know when it was, July, August, they added, 6 more people that report to me now. So I think total, I figured I'm up to about 30 people now. And
that you supervise?
Yeah, I have. Obviously, I have people. I have 9 people I directly supervise, and then there's, with all the people under there, there's about 30, and it covers everything from global sales and marketing to field research and development. So my travel schedule is crazy, and like the Japan trip, I left on a Sunday, and I got home on the next Saturday, and the flight to Japan is freaking 14 hours. So anyway, between all that, the amount of work it actually takes to put into this show, I mean, I know you guys might not think it's much, but we actually do prep, and we talk during the week, and we do a lot of research for the show. So between that, the workload, and honestly the papers I've been working on, and with Tim and Kenny and some of the other projects, I honestly got to the point where I'm just fucking burned out, honestly. And in the summer, weekends are precious. You want to spend time with family and friends. You want to have stuff. Want to go out and do things. And to be honest, Saturdays were shot. They were.
Yeah.
So I told these guys, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm just burned out. I told them I'm done. I'm fucking burned out.
You're like, I'm fucking done. Fuck this shit.
Fuck this crap. I'm like, I'll finish the fucking paper. I'll finish this project. I'm fucking done. But, after you kind of settle into the new job, you figure out the travel, you talk things through, you think of things. And one of the things I presented is we had a couple options. We could just end it and be done. We could reduce the frequency and see what happens and change the day, because that was getting kind of important. Or the third one was go find another 3 tortured soul. That's fine. That was fine with me. So ultimately, we made the decision of going to one night every month and being the first Wednesday of a month. So to me, I think that was a good compromise. I don't get me wrong, I still love doing the show. I love talking to Tim and Kenny, and this is really a joy to do this show. It is. But when it gets to be too much and you're getting burned out and you don't enjoy it, that's not good. And then that's not good for people who spend their precious time to listen to us.
Right.
And I did find myself towards, just before Halloween. I mean, I was probably maybe the biggest culprit. I think I was, of just either picking topics that were easy and fluff, or I just honestly wasn't able to do a lot of work on them. And I'm sure people could see that. So that was my reasoning. And then I'll kind of turn it over to Kenny. But as we talked about it, I think, with your show Friday nights and then ours on Saturday nights, the amount of work as well, I think you were feeling a little, not burnt out, but feeling kind of dragged down a little bit on. On all
I mean,
that
I totally agree with what you said. And like we said, like, we're a team here. So like we decide this together, if one of us was out, then it would be done. As far as I'm concerned, but like, it was beating on me too. Cause Friday night doing my show, and then Saturday night, like you said, the weekends were shot. We didn't have a weekend that we could actually do anything or go anywhere, because we had to be back. And I'm not trying to complain. I love doing the show with you guys. And I think it's fun. And I think we get into really good discussions, and it gives me ideas for other things.
But part of it is us actually still going out and being able to do things in the field.
Right.
And if you can't do that, I think you lose touch, and
right. Because
it's not quite as fun.
The events that we would participate in take place on the weekends. So we got to be able to get there and participate and prepare for that. And you're right. Like, sometimes some of the topics we picked are awesome, but it took all day. Like, I would get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, I would go to my yard sales because that's priority one. And then come back home and just study, research, study, write down notes, prepare, because it's like, all right, I need to know, I need to know shit. So
there's a lot of shit we don't know. So a lot of the topics we pick, we have to look into. And even ones we do know, we're still doing a lot of work to at least sound somewhat organized until we've had enough drinks where it doesn't matter anymore.
Hey, John. John's in the house.
Hey, John. So Tim, I think, sorry, Kenny, did you have something else?
Yeah, I mean, just to sum up, I mean, I was thinking the same thing. You actually just voiced it first, because I was thinking, like, I need to do something, because I don't want to keep doing Saturdays. I'd at least like to move it. And then I don't know, with the move coming up and the changing jobs too, like, I don't know. That's why I decided to go on hiatus from my show for a while, because it's like, I'm just not going to deal with it.
Well, I think we were a little uncertain what you could and couldn't do with your job, dude, because technically for most companies, this could be a conflict of interest.
Right. If I was making money off of it.
That's right. But we had to talk. Yeah. We make no money on this, honestly. Everything, we put out money. We got to pay. We each pay, I think, for the StreamYard subscription. We pay for other little things. And I mean, when we went to Pennsylvania, that was all out of all of our pockets. To go and do the Gettysburg thing and do the show there.
It's a volunteer.
Hundreds of dollars.
Wait a minute. You guys didn't know that we get funds from Patreon? Is that just me? Have I been cashing all these checks?
That's what your paid for that nice new razor that you shaved your face with.
That's right. And I had to take a loan out for it.
It's like a baby's butt.
Oh, it is good.
And then Tim told us his liver test came back and he just had to stop. Just kidding. Tim, did you have anything you wanted to throw in there?
No, I'm good. I'm with you guys. I am just completely supportive of you two. Like, you two have just been or still are, don't get me wrong, just really good friends. So the important things, family first and taking care of everything.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. This is just fun to do. And, I'm not going to lie. When someone would say, hey, I can't be there Saturday, do you just want to get another person? And we'd be like, you know what? No, because we're a team.
We're a team, man.
We're a team. And it'd be like,
Okay, you reminded me of something, Tim. Sorry to interrupt, but that reminded me when you guys were finding people to fill in for me before our 100th show. I think that's where it started to set in. Like, I'm like, holy crap, I'm actually, and I had stuff to do. It wasn't like I was just not showing up, but I'm like, this is kind of nice.
It's
Yeah.
nice not
And then
having-
when we tried to get back into it, I'm like, trying to get back into the swing of that with the job and all the other stuff where I'm
Yeah.
just like, I can't. I just can't.
it's hard. I mean, starting a new job. I mean, I can relate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a
you
lot.
yeah.
You're worried. You want to make sure you do good. I mean, and that's my thought. I'm coming in here. I need to do good. These people know me, but like you got so many people you need to impress, and then you got to make sure everything's in line, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. So
Yep. All right. Sorry,
Right.
Tim.
Enough
What
crying.
else did you have there?
no, I'm not going to lie. When there was a Saturday that we canceled, it was nice. It was nice. So I love the show. I like the idea. The one thing that I think that is going to be very positive about doing it once a month is maybe we can have longer time to actually prepare.
right.
Yes.
Maybe even start, possibly. It seemed like we had 2 topics that kept floating up every now and then, and we'd be like, oh, fuck that. We can't do that in a week.
It's too
Just
long.
fuck that. I can't remember what they are. But I remember us saying that there was a couple that was just like, we can't do it in a week. And
Right.
so a whole month would be a nice
That'd be nice.
leisurely time just to put something together.
Yeah.
So that intensive work we do Tuesday night and Wednesday morning won't be as bad if we only have to do it once a month as opposed to every week.
I'll be coming
Yeah.
in here, closing the door. Like, don't disturb me. No,
Yeah.
got
I mean,
more.
are we like, I'm just lying to myself. I know it's going to be the day before after a month. I'm going
No.
like, shit, I'm going to really have to make this look good now because I've got no excuse.
No, but I think, at least for me, when you have a big topic or a project, it always helps to do a little bit at a time. Because I feel like I focus better. I get better quality research done. It just seems better to me. So yeah, while it might be a total of 8 hours over a couple weeks, I think it's going to be more quality for sure. It isn't going to be just blowing through stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So that's it. That's why we made the change. So glad to see we have 11 people watching right now. That's awesome for
Double
the
digit.
middle of the week. That's great. And
Yeah.
it also frees up all you other crazies on there that listen to us to go have some fun on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then bring your stories back on Wednesday for us. That'll be good.
Nah, that'd be good. So, questions. People
Yes,
with
questions. Has anyone seen a recent show or movie related to the paranormal worth commenting on? I'll go first. No.
I kind of have, but
Next.
I have not, but this morning one of my coworkers actually came in, and she the first thing she said to me was, "I'm going to get my coffee and I will be in your office. I need to talk to you." And I immediately took that as, what the fuck did I do?
yeah,
What did I do wrong? But
it's
she
only
came
day
in.
13.
Yeah, I was like, "What? You're not even my boss. Get out of my office." But she came in and asked me if I had ever seen a show called Mysterious Creatures with Forrest Galante. And I was like, doesn't sound familiar, but it's kind of like, I looked it up, and the guy is, I forget who he is. He goes and searches for like these monsters, mysterious creatures, like cryptids. But the 2 episodes that she watched, and this is coming secondhand, she said that it was like it started sounding like a monster show, like a Bigfoot Hunters or something like that. But at the end, both shows, they figured out what the mystery was. Like the people that had experiences, they actually figured out what they were really hearing or experiencing and stuff. And I was like, wait, this is a reality show hunting monsters and they solved the case? Like that's unheard of. But she was really into it. She thought it was really good. So it's on my list to watch. Mysterious Creatures of... No, I don't know what that is. Let me see here. I'm going to copy and paste it into the chat room. So you get the exact name. So there you go. That's it. And the guy, let me see here. Animal Planet. This guy, he discovered like the flap-nosed hound shark, which had not been recorded in 120 years. He also discovered the white-tip weasel shark, which had not been recorded since 1984. And thanks to a citizen scientist, the ornate sleeper ray. So I don't know who this guy is, honestly, but it sounds interesting. So I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, Jen reminded me of one she's watched more than I have, but we just started on this one. It's the called Black Summer, and it does actually, it reminds me too, like she said, of the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead when it was really good.
Back when it was good.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's interesting. I've only gotten through a couple episodes. She's seen more and she really likes it. So yeah, it's not, I guess it is paranormal related. Sorry. Yeah, I slipped my mind. So, okay. Tim?
Okay, cool.
I ended up watching a show, I think it's Netflix, called 1899. It's not necessarily a ghost show or a monster show, but it had to do with some time travel and some science fiction. I liked it. It was really slow. It took 2 or 3 episodes, but I think it was on the 3rd episode I really got hooked. Didn't have a great home run finish, but the concept of it was really good, and I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. I would recommend it, especially if there's nothing. Nothing. I mean, it sounds terrible. If you got nothing else,
got nothing else.
That's a shining endorsement.
And you're like, "Fuck, I really don't want to read, so I guess I'll watch 1899."
It's kind of like being at the bar
I shouldn't
at the
say
end
it like that.
of the night, and there's one person there, and you're like, "You'll do."
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Oh, I think you did.
Oh, I did.
So 1899 was good. I enjoyed it. It was one that I haven't binged a show in a long time. I ended up kind of going through several episodes of that. It was good. Okay. 1899.
I watched Wednesday.
How was that?
Oh,
I
have not done it yet.
I was worried because I'm used to the Addams Family being like kooky because they're kooky.
Because they're kooky
and they're creepy. But it was actually good. It was a mix of like a murder teen drama and a little horror sci-fi kind of thing, and then with a splash of kookiness. Like it was spread out, little Easter eggs of kookiness that were spread through the series, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, it was. I actually enjoyed it. I mean, I think I could have solved the mystery sooner, but I mean, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, at least 8 episodes you gotta have. So
yeah. But I do recommend it. It's pretty good.
Okay, good. All right, next question. This is probably a pretty important one. Are we still doing watch parties?
Ooh.
I'll let Tim start on this one.
Oh yeah.
I believe we were getting MST 3000 texts from you today.
Already, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I, as a matter of fact, one of the reasons I upped my subscription, I guess, for lack of a better word, with StreamYard to I used to have to do Zoom and use a Zoom, but now StreamYard has that, so it'll be a private session. You have to register to get on, and we send you a private link, and then you screen it. It's the same. You get the same chat. It just won't go anywhere other than here. So
Cool.
I did that. It was out of interest. I did that specifically for this because we got to watch some dumb shit and laugh at it. And I did. I saw one today, and I sent it to you guys. I was like, oh, this is feeling 3TS 3000. So it was just right off the bat. It was looking bad.
We got to, I guess we got to set a date for that. We got to figure out when.
Yeah.
Because if we do it, like if we stay true to like a Wednesday night, that's much better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we could do I'm not opposed to an extra Wednesday here and there, especially if we're gonna do like a watch party or something, because
that's easy.
You just show up and have fun and watch a movie together, which is that's cool.
Watch a shitty movie.
Yeah, a shitty movie.
Comment and complain the whole way through.
Paranormal documentary or a shitty show that claims to have the most positive haunting evidence ever.
Yeah, they're all like that.
Oh yeah.
They use science.
Oh, here we go.
Science-based.
Science-based.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
They use 3 EMF meters.
They had many flashing lights.
Yeah,
lots of very pretty.
It was like Christmas.
It detected Santa's ghost.
The spirit of Saint Nick.
God. All right. Well, that's it for questions. We already kind of moved into the open mic night with the questions. So if anybody has any other questions or topics you'd want us to comment on, I think we're good for another 15 minutes. And if not, we can have a shorter, hey, we're back type of show. And then we will work on a topic. If anybody has any suggestions for topics, we'd be more than willing to entertain those. So let's see. Let's just scan here. I don't see anything right now. So, if something else comes through, we can talk about it and bring it up. But why don't we go ahead and start around on what we have coming up and where you can see some of us famous paracelebs.
That's a big
we
one right for you.
Are back.
Oh, I hate you people so much.
Kenny's new boss is going to be in his office. Like, did he just say you're a paraceleb? We're going to have a little talk about that.
I'll be like, sorry, boss. They're just a bunch of dicks.
They're just assholes.
I didn't want to say anything at the beginning, but I'm so happy to be like just in the presence to be able to do a podcast with someone with such fame as Kenny Biddle. Kitty Biddle. I love getting drunk with you guys.
He's so famous, we don't know what the fuck his name is.
I get tongue-tied. He's writing "fuck you" on something.
Yep.
Right there. Oh, that was close. Same thing.
That's why we're back.
We're back. Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
You have to come up. You have to come up and visit.
Yes.
Absolutely. Summertime. Cool. Fuck that winter up there.
Oh yeah. So far it's not bad. Like I've learned that there's a wall. So when we get that lake effect that they were talking about, that got that 7 feet of snow, that was south of me. So where I am, we only got about a foot. I don't think we even got a foot. So there's a wall, and it's weird. Like I saw it the other. One of the people that lives not too far from me have video of it, and it's when you saw it from afar, it looked like mountains in the distance, and then when he zoomed in and had a good view of it, you saw like these dark. It was a wall of clouds, and it just comes right across, and it dumps everything. We're right under it, obviously, but anything that's not under the clouds don't get shit. So one of my coworkers was like, yeah, I'm standing on my lawn looking over, and like 2 blocks over, they're getting dumped on. Me? Nope, it's sunny. Like, damn. So
Damn.
yeah, I'm not worried about it.
All right, that's a good one, Bob. Good suggestion. Ghost ships. That would be interesting.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ghost Ship. That was a good movie. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it too. So good.
Yeah.
Well, who's next?
I think we're going around to see what people got coming up here before we started flipping each other off and giving
Making
Kenny
stupid comments.
grief here. So let's start with either the shortest or the second to shortest list of top things they got going on. Tim.
I do this really great show with these couple of my best friends. It's once a month. You can catch it right here every first Wednesday of the month. Other than that, I kind of opened with one of the interesting things I got going on, but I don't know. I guess I'll talk about that generally as we go. I've got a nice invite to go there and stay.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll go there. Hopefully something paranormal will happen and I'll have my EMF meter ready. But other than that, it would be pretty interesting. I think it'll be kind of fun.
Data logger.
Yes,
Go
as
ahead.
a matter of
Go
fact,
ahead,
that's exactly where I was like, this is the place for the data logger. So if anybody has $800 to $1,400 that they would like to donate, because we cannot take any money.
Nope.
I can rent you one for a lot cheaper.
Oh, you can rent them?
No, I can rent you one.
Oh, we'll talk after the show.
I got Bitcoin.
Well, from what I'm reading, that's completely fucking useless.
So this cheap piece of plastic. All right. So I have two things coming up. Well, 2.5, because I can't talk about something. Oh, what's that?
Yep.
Ghost ships.
Oh, new list.
Okay. Sorry, we have a question before you get into that. Where did the Lake of Fire art come from for this show? I'm gonna let Kenny.
Secret.
Yeah, Kenny. Yeah. So, however, the one right there is kind of a Lake of Fire with
Inside
John Kennedy did that for us.
Yes.
It looks funny with the lighting. It looks like a deranged Batman with the orange light on it. But when you turn the orange light off, it's an awesome piece of artwork that John captured a lot of what we have going on with our background here. So John Kennedy did a great job. And actually, Tim, you have somebody that's working on something for us. And my daughter, she's working on something too.
From here, it kind of looks like they put a Batman suit on an evil Build-A-Bear. That's what the painting looks like from here.
We highlighted that and showed that before we held it up. Yeah. It's really a nice piece of art. So thanks again to John Kennedy for doing that. So I don't know. I think we just grabbed, I don't know, from what I remember, I think we just grabbed something general that looked like tortured souls in hell. And that was it. It was something that's available to use for your stuff.
It was a generic, like a license-free just image that was online. And I just grabbed it and put it in the background. And it's like, all right, this looks like it. We're tortured. It looks like these are tortured people. So yeah, there you go.
But I think between some of the custom artwork we got from John and some other stuff that's being worked on, once we settle on something, we'll probably we could even interchange the backgrounds to include that. So
yeah,
I mean, you're getting popular when people are doing artwork for you. So we appreciate that and we freaking love it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great stuff. So, anyway, all right, Kenny, what do you got going on?
So this Friday on the Skeptical Help Bar at 8 p.m. Eastern, I have a guest, and his name is Chris Purley, and he's a former tour guide on the Queen Mary. So he recently just the last issue of Skeptical Inquirer.
Should I not put on the?
Hold on a second.
All right, so I'll go since Kenny
so what you got there?
Consulting with somebody. We need to finish up the paper, so we'll continue the edits, hopefully get those wrapped up. Actually, we need to get them wrapped up pretty quick here by December 20th. And then I'll continue to work on the book project with the people I mentioned before, Brandon Masulo, Shane Feek, Dr. Donald Molnar, also known as the Haunted MD on Facebook. And then I do this awesome show on Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of every month. And I look forward to continuing to do that. Besides that, enjoy time with family over the holidays and continue to go to my normal job that pays the bills and keep busy there. Anyway, Kenny, back to you.
You know, there's a lighted sign on my door that says on air. There is also a big sign that says if the door is closed, do not knock and do not come in.
Was that your wife, though?
No,
it wasn't.
No, that was the lady in charge of the poetry club who ignored everything and knocked and walked in anyway.
Want you to read her a poem, or?
Well, no, they're done, and they usually lock up. So she wanted to make sure I would lock up. So
and Kenny will be designing the studio in his basement.
Going back to the old question, yeah.
Anyway,
actually.
so so this Friday night I'll be welcoming Chris Purley onto the show. He was a former tour guide with the Queen Mary. He was I forget his official title, but he did a lot of the tours. He was in charge of rescripting like the ghost tour kind of thing. He recently put an article, his first article in Skeptical Inquirer, in both the print and online, about some of the ghost stories and the history that he found with it. And I'm having him on because he referenced a book, Ghosts of the Queen Mary, and the author of that book was very unhappy about being called out because the history was wrong.
Oh boy.
So I actually contacted Chris, and I've never spoken to him before. I contacted him. I said, "Hey, I noticed this guy's giving you shit on my Facebook page, saying everything you said in the article was wrong. Do you have any documentation to back it up?" And he's like, "Absolutely. Here you go." And he gave it all to me, and I have it all, and I rechecked it myself, and I was like, "Oh damn, we're gonna talk about this. This is gonna be fun." So I have that coming up Friday night, and then December 15th, next Thursday, I think. Is it next Thursday? Yeah, next Thursday. If anyone is around this local area in Buffalo, New York, they are having a winter solstice celebration here at the center. So it's catered. I did post a link earlier in the week about it. So if you're interested, you can just register. It's a catered event. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just come in, show up. It's for it's family friendly. So there'll be food and people talking, and you'll get a tour of the facility if you want to. Our library director will be giving a tour of the whole facility, including the libraries downstairs, which is not something people usually get to see. And then I'll be doing a small talk out here, just explaining who I am and what I do, and showing off some of my toys in the office. So, but if you're in the area, I know most people probably watching this aren't in the area, but I mean, if you happen to be, come on by. Yeah. And everyone's welcome.
Good.
So there you go. That's it for now. Oh, I do have a half thing. I'll be going to the, let me get it right, Shanley Hotel early next year. That's the one in it's in New York. Nanapoke, I think. I don't know. I'm going there with a ghost hunting group, and I'm going to spend the night and see. I've been there a couple times. It's not haunted, but I'm going to go there anyway.
Well, no bias there. Not haunted.
It's not haunted? Oh my god!
I'm shocked it's not haunted.
It's no.
Shocked, I tell you.
No. So there you go. That's all I got.
Cool. All right.
He's in the chat room.
Yes, he is.
Chief Officer.
Between Tim and I think we've been posting some of his comments there. So yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Chris. Look forward to seeing you on Kenny's show.
Yeah.
You'll see us. We'll be the ones making fun of Kenny when he's
all the time. I expect no less.
Kenny, yeah, we'll be the ones Kenny's flipping off and not you, Chris.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, anyway, so glad to be back. It's awesome to see Tim and Kenny again. Great. Awesome to see everybody in the chat room. We appreciate you all continuing to watch and follow us, even though we've changed the day and we're going to reduce the number of shows a little bit. Very appreciative of everything. And I'm very excited to be back and glad we settled on continuing to do this and look forward to seeing you guys. And yes, love you guys too. I'm trying to maneuver the mouse here so I don't fuck up the end of the show, which
I hope so bad you fucked that up, so I'm not the only one.
Anyway, so thanks again to everybody. Glad to be back. Super psyched to keep doing this. There you go. Tim's whatever the hell that was on a piece of paper.
Drunk.
It's a slightly drunk heart. Sorry. It's my heart after drinking.
That's the heart after it fell down.
Oh my God. But we'll leave it with this good closing comment. Love you guys. Welcome back to the torture. That's 100% true. So everybody have a great rest of the week. We will see you in 1 month. And until then, everybody take care, be safe, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Don't for Charles, don't for Charles, don't for Charles, in the real, don't start the name, in the real, what is real, don't question me, 10 years ago, 10 years out, 10 years ago, close everyone, I'm on TV, don't for Charles, don't for Charles, don't for Charles, don't for Charles. And for what you say, oh, you're getting better.